Stuart on Texas Instruments, and the debate will be concluded without any questions being put. May I ask those who wish to speak in the debate to press the request to speak buttons, and I call on Stuart to open the debate.
Thank you very much, Presiding Officer. Presiding Officer, first of all, I'd like to thank every member who has signed the motion to allow this debate to take place, and also like to thank my whips team for allocating me the time. I want to begin with a short history of where we are regarding the Texas Instruments situation before exploring other aspects surrounding the business and also Inverclyde. On January 27, 2016, TI announced that they were to close the Greenock plant with a loss of over 300 jobs. This came as a blow to my area, one that really hasn't been without its economic challenges over many, many years, since the decline of the majority of the shipyards, the heavy engineering, sugar, and also in recent times a huge reduction in the IT sector. The local site manufactures semiconductors, but they also had a design centre. The 25 posts in the design centre were made redundant in April and May 2016. Saying also, the population of Inverclyde are robust, and we have had to be, as the TI announcement followed a trend of other industries in the past. The vast majority of these TI jobs are technical, highly skilled, and the financial contribution to the local economy is vast. These workers deliver results, and the Greenock facility is productive. Now, TI took the decision purely for business reasons. Now, the Greenock site is one of the smallest in its portfolio. They therefore wished to consolidate their business by closing the Greenock site and transferring the work to the USA, Japan, and also to Germany. Now, TI is the second biggest manufacturer of semiconductors in the world, so they actually have that scale and the size to make this type of decision. I'm grateful, however, that TI provided a long lead-in time before the closure takes place. Now, TI extended the closure date to 2019, which has provided additional valuable time to try to find a buyer. Now, the Texas Instruments Task Force was established by Inverclyde Council, and it consists of councillors, parliamentarians, Scottish Government ministers, Scottish Office representatives, public agency representatives, and also the site director of Texas Instruments. It is a genuine Team Inverclyde approach. The primary goal of the TI Task Force was, and still is, to find a buyer to maintain the site. And if that proved unachievable, then the task force would focus its efforts on providing the best possible outcomes for the workforce and also the local community. Government agency staff have visited the plant to talk to the workforce to make them aware of the services available to them, and I would like to thank TI for their cooperation in this regard. Now, TI contracted ATREG to help sell the site, and despite some companies coming forward, they unfortunately amounted to nothing. Earlier this year, the joint statement by Inverclyde Council leader Stephen McCabe and also Paul Wheelhouse MSP, the then Minister for Business, indicated the past efforts and dialogue with potential buyers, and that one was still on the table. We've been informed that discussions are continuing, which I am sure everyone with a stake in the outcome for the workforce and also the local economy welcomes. I believe that the TI Task Force has provided a forum to discuss the challenges and any possible obstacles facing a successful outcome for the plant and also the excellent workforce. Now, Presiding Officer, I want to put on record two things. Firstly, my thanks to everyone on the task force for the collegiate manner in which everyone has worked. Secondly, but most importantly, to the workforce. With the threat of redundancy hanging over their heads, they continue to perform, to deliver, and to contribute to the highest possible standards. They are the consummate professionals, and when TI do leave the area, their loss will be the gain of someone else, now whether it's in this industry or in some other industry. Now, this summary, I hope, helps Parliament appreciate the efforts that actually have been underway, but also the efforts that continue. Now, as I said at the beginning, the 300-plus workforce and what they contribute to my area is hugely important. They have transferable skills, and if that became a necessity, but maintaining their quality of life by living and working in Inverclyde is important for them, but also for our area. Now, I am in absolutely no doubt that anything and everything that can be done is being done, and I do not doubt that for 1 minute. My message to Texas Instruments, to any potential buyer, to the Scottish Government, its agencies, and also to Inverclyde Council is very simple. Don't leave any stone unturned to get a deal. With TI, you will be able to leave the area knowing that a positive legacy is the outcome. TI will be aware that there hasn't always been that case locally, so they can show that they actually are trying to be responsible. Any potential buyer will be getting a first-class, dedicated and highly motivated workforce. The fact that workforce have done this daily for years, and this has continued after the closure announcement, proves that they are a credit. And if they can still deliver under the stresses that they are feeling, just think of what they can actually do with job security. The Scottish Government will have an area that isn't been hit with a major economic shock, and income tax receipts will continue as compared to nothing. And Inverclyde Council won't have to worry about an increased number of people leaving the area, adding to the historical population decline and thus the economic aftershock this will bring. It's in everyone's interests that a deal is done. Now, Presiding Officer, some of the challenges we face include a population decline and also the claimant count. Our population is down to just under 80,000, when once we had over 110,000. The recent National Records of Scotland population figures and projections highlight this stark message. Between 1997 and 2017, Inverclyde's population has decreased by 8.9%, while Scotland's population increased by 6.7%. And during that period, the 25 to 34 age group has decreased by 28.6%, and the 75-plus age group has increased by 20.9%. And between 2016 to 2026, it's projected that Inverclyde's population will decrease by 3.8%, while Scotland's population will increase by 3.2%. And between 2016 and 2026, the 16 to 24 age group will decrease by 13.2%, but the 75-plus group will increase by 20.8%. Our claimant count rate, based on the recent ONS figures, stands at 5.4%. That's 2,670 people listed. That's in September 2018. And with most of the heavy industries gone, we have our challenges. However, there are many positives too. Shipbuilding remains in Port Glasgow with Ferguson Marine, thanks to the support of this Scottish Government, an action I am immensely proud of. We also have ship repair in Greenock at Dales Marine Services. We are the home of the National Ferry Company with Calmac and Gourock. We are the recreational marine capital of Scotland, with an increasing level of marine-based activities, including over 60 cruise ships docking in Greenock this year, and that number expected to increase hugely next year. And the new George Wiley Museum will be incorporated into the new docking area for cruise ships. That will be part of the opening of one of the City Deal projects. Presiding Officer, these are just some of the many wonderful aspects and examples as to why Inverclyde should be a destination of choice and a location for investment. Inverclyde is my home. I grew up there, I live there, and I am immensely proud of my area. We, just like every other part of Scotland or elsewhere globally, have our challenges, but we also have our opportunities. We are no different from anywhere else. Now, I don't want the workforce of TI to be added to the claimant count figures. I want them to continue producing the high-quality, high-value products that they are doing. And doing that enhances my community, Inverclyde's economy, and also Inverclyde's reputation. The TI workforce have consistently delivered. They have perseverance and hope. And I hope, and I genuinely hope, that we can give them the best Christmas present that they could ever wish for. And that's a deal to secure their jobs for the long term. Thank you.